Good afternoon, everyone. This is Patrick from BC Solutions, and welcome again to another episode of the ABCs of Digital Marketing. Today, we're sitting with Bill Owad from Global Recruiters Network of Dublin, Ohio. Welcome today, Bill. How are you?
Hey, Pat. Thank you. Very good. And yourself?
Doing well, doing well. Thank you for asking. Getting closer to the holidays and Thanksgiving, and excited to have another interview with another wonderful client that we have the privilege to work with.
You're too kind.
So Bill, tell us a little bit, tell us how you've come into the recruiting world and how you now are running your new network.
Yeah, thanks, Pat. We're running a Global Recruiters Network office here in Dublin, Ohio. We're part of a network of 200 offices. I spent 20 plus years in what I would describe as large corporate America, Fortune 15 territory. Was at a point where it was time to pursue my dream of owning and running my own operation. I grew up in a family. My dad was an entrepreneur, self-employed business owner, and so it was always on the horizon to do something similar. We joined the Global Recruiters Network because of the strength of the platform, the technology background, the broader network across the U.S., and frankly, the flexibility that it gave us to focus where we wanted to develop the business in healthcare. So we're a small office. We're 5 total employees. We're about a year and a half old in the business. We have focused the business in 3 healthcare verticals. Medical device is one. Life sciences is the second vertical, and then healthcare services and technology is the third vertical. And then obviously, since we're in the talent space, we have individuals that specialize in talent that we believe can move horizontally, potentially through those verticals. And so we have a supply chain specialist, a quality and regulatory affairs specialist, a operations improvement specialist. We've got a small IT practice, very focused on a couple of key skills, cyber and information security, robotic process automation, and cloud development. So those 3 areas. And then myself, I spend time in the sales and marketing space and also on executive placements and that. We're, like I said, we're a year and a half old. We're having a lot of fun. It's been a challenging environment with COVID. We were on a great path January, February, a lot of business momentum. Saw things really slow down March, April. Saw a little bit of recovery in May with the second kind of spike, if you will. Saw things slow down again. And now as we come into the fourth quarter, right, we're dealing with clients that have said, hey, we have to learn to adapt, and we're preparing for 2021, and we need to hit 2021 running full steam. So we're helping a couple of clients with a number of key talent searches.
Well, I have to give you the compliment. Working with a number of recruiting, staffing, and talent acquisition firms all over the country, I could tell you that you really have your hand on the pulse. And you really, you take things with a very professional approach. I love the conversations that we always have. They're always riveting, and I always walk away feeling good about what we've spoken about and the direction that we're working together to take your Global Recruiters Network of Dublin in. I really do appreciate the partnership that we've created and the working relationship as well. And let me ask you this: have you seen a different kind of audience, knowing that we were so used to the old way of the way we worked, where we were going to conferences, going to networking events, going to trade shows, and this time of year, Christmas parties, cocktail parties, receptions. How have you been able to pivot with this now, where this has kind of been a no-no in the world that we work in?
Yeah, that's a great question, Pat, and thank you. We've enjoyed the relationship with BC. From the perspective that, and part of this comes from my prior corporate career, right? It's an evolving world, right? And being smart and intelligent around how to think about the digital space and how to apply it to business development you and the team at BCN have been great counsel and that for us. So thank you for that.
Thank you
And you're
for the
right. You
opportunity.
hit the point exactly. The environment's changing, right? The traditional ways of connecting with people are evolving. And if you think about it, some of the traditional ways of connecting people with people have been somewhat rate limiting, and that, there's only so many people you can connect with at a conference. There's only so many people you can connect with on a phone call. Certainly the volume of cold calls that people are running into today all create an environment where, hey, can we adapt and be more contemporary? And so Be Seen has helped us with that in terms of taking that first step into the digital marketing space. I would say personally, my business, we are still novices. I don't think I would even say that we're toddlers at this point. So we're looking forward to continuing to develop this as we work with the BC team. But we know that we have to evolve how we connect with people. And early results on the BC activities are encouraging. I think I shared with you some of the early data, the number of people that I've connected with since we started. We've created, a very large number of new connections that have led to, conversations to get to know people. In the last 3 weeks, I've probably completed about 100 individual conversations. So that's 100 people that I've been able to connect with in 3 weeks and have a personal phone call with, versus just being some email exchange or some series of cold voicemails and that. So, so I'm impressed and frankly pleased and that with what it's doing for us.
Well, we're excited, and when we're, as I said in the beginning, we're privileged and grateful to be working with you and working with your team. The professionalism that you push out is unquestionable. The team that we've been working with inside of your company as well, everyone seems to have that polished approach and that educated understanding of what they need to do to grow your company and to grow it in the right direction.
Thanks,
You're
Annette.
very welcome.
We're encouraged, Annette. I think we're on the right path, and deeply appreciative of the support the BC team's doing creating.
Well, we look to grow a long-term relationship with you and to continue to build both our client base and obviously your client base in return as well. How does the world, if they were to find you now? I know that there is a vast audience on LinkedIn that will be seeing this and being intrigued, but how would you want them to reach out to you?
Yeah, fabulous, Pat. Actually, you can anybody can find me on LinkedIn. They can find me under William Owad. I go by Bill, a little less formal, but I guess my mother drilled it into me on that first name. So you look up William Owad on a LinkedIn profile, you're going to find me. You can also find us as Global Recruiters Network of Dublin on LinkedIn. You can find us on Facebook, and you can find us on Twitter and that. So take your social media platform of choice. You can find us under Global Recruiters Network of Dublin or GRN of Dublin.
Well, I have to tell you, I thank you I know in a busy day, as we said, we draw close to the holidays and the end of the year, and your calendar is always quite filled. And I thank you for allowing some time for us today to speak and kind of let the world know of you and what you're doing and how successful you're becoming and how successful you are with your search criterias and the audience that you're able to target into and speak with and bring people the jobs that they want and also find the clients as well to supply these people with. So it's a double-edged sword that you're working with, and you've managed to wield it very well.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to watch our interview today with Bill. Please, again, give him a look on LinkedIn. Give him some due diligence. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. I know that you'll walk away just as warm and happy as I am on every call. Again, this is Patrick Pinto at Be Seen Solutions, and it's always good to be seen.
Thanks, Pat.
You're welcome, Bill.